vehicle. So what happens is you upgrade it, and then it becomes one of your vehicles. So you can call it up at any time. So instead of having it like a Pegasus vehicle, it's now one of your own vehicles. But you got to upgrade it. And I was just going to go in there and see if my research was completed to see if I could upgrade it more.
Yeah.
But it's like another vehicle that you can run back into the mobile center, and just like the APC, you run it in, run it out. Sea-Dog was with me last night till 5 a.m. And I was checking it out. I had to read online how to do it, because I didn't know anybody that's got one. But wait till I pull that sucker out. Oh yeah, the research is happening. The research is happening. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put everybody on the research here. Fast track research, yes. Yes! I got the 7.62 millimeter gun for the Carlin Technical Custom. Yeah. All right. What else we got here?
What up, Fly? What happened to you? You get lagged out on your internet? Ah, you gotta get that good. So we coming over, I'll bring my shit and we'll dab out.
Hey, Country, do you have an anti-aircraft? Or the trailer?
No.
You don't have one of those?
Not yet. No, I bought the I bought the APC and the half truck.
Oh. Shit. I forgot I'm the only one that has everything. Alright.
And I bought the Dubsta 6x6
Well, I'll
too.
tell you what. I'm already learning how to do all this, but I'm already doing the research on it right now. So I've already upgraded I'm upgrading my gun right now.
I even got the hearse upgraded and everything too.
Oh yeah. Dude, I just upgraded my anti-aircraft trailer and everything. Oh, sweet.
That's what's up.
So you gonna come here and take a look at this stuff or what?
I'm actually getting ready to start up a mission. If everybody's up for doing it. Hang on, Aetos. I'm showing off my garage here, bro. What up? Hurry up with your resupplies, bro. You and your broke ass.
What's the plan?
Oh, she's outside my garage. She keeps leaving. I'm gonna send her another one to let her look at this last garage of mine. She's been checking out my cars.
Know the RPS out of these? Because it's a lot. Ooh, remind me not to piss you off. They'll think twice before they try to regulate this. Time to put her through her paces. About to make a good investment, I can tell. Now the shit can hit the fan anytime it lights, huh?
So, Aetos,
What?
did you get the rockets on your anti-aircraft instead of the miniguns?
I guess I don't know what you're asking me.
Instead of having the guns on it, do you have the ones that shoot the rockets?
On the anti-craft aircraft
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I just switched it. Figured I'd try it out. If someone has a personal vehicle, I can use that to hook it up.
Yeah.
I try calling it out here.
Well, you can hook up your APC to it.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Country.
We did.
You
we
cannot,
did the other day.
but you can't take your own. I don't know how many times I gotta stress this out with people. You cannot do it with your own APC. Your anti-carrier or your trailer or whatever has to be hauled around with someone else's. You can't have two specialty vehicles out at the same time.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm for real. The only reason you've seen two of them out is because someone had one and they had an APC out and they had their anti-aircraft trailer out. So you have to hook up with someone else's truck or your own that comes with it. But yeah, until they change it, that's what it is. But like here, unless I put this into my bunker, I won't even be able to call that thing out. Because I can't have more than two specialty vehicles out at once. Because it's considered a personal vehicle.
That's fucked up.
Well, you've never been able to have more than one personal vehicle out. You could have Pegasus.
I'm gonna go message them about this shit. Tell them they need to fix that.
Well, it's the way it's always been. You know, it's just something they're not going to change. You know, because they figure you don't need that many vehicles out. Because if he did, then everybody would be blowing up every car you had. Huh.
Right. Damn, man, I heard I'm up over my motherfucking money to my card. You getting off here, Wesley? Damn, that's some fucking bullshit. That time I did.
Huh? I just saw that one. I didn't know you were up at 5 a.m., but I just saw it. I didn't know you were up that day. That must have been when we were up. Oh shit, I went back in the bunker again. Ah, damn it. Back in the bunker again.
Unable to connect to a game session. What the fuck is this shit? You fucking piece of shit.
Yes, exit bunker.
What's that? I lagged out.
I like when it hits a small branch or a small tree, it doesn't go through.
Alright, I'm gonna start one up as soon as mine loads up. Alright, put me back in here with y'all. Alright, let's start this fucking mission up.
Huh?
The HPV vaccine for ovarian
Let's go to
cancer.
job.
All the ones they're
play
giving
job,
kids.
bookmark.
It's only girls.
Yeah.
It's been linked to a not a genetic, but
I don't remember which dawn raid it, or
she's
which
the girl
dawn raid.
at teenage.
Oh,
girl
there it is.
into menopause.
Overtime Rumble 5.
Yeah, they're trying to,
Population control.
yeah. That's exactly what they're doing.
And they cannot tell, the school cannot say that you have to have, your child has to have the vaccine in order to attend.
Better go catch him, Callie.
And that's what they're trying to do, is make this vaccine required.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You see a lot of kids getting pulled.
Yep.
They won't be doing that with your daughter.
No, they will be required to school my daughter without the vaccine.
There y'all
I'm
go. I
sorry.
sent Aetos,
It's against
Jackie,
my religious beliefs to
Callie,
have that
Aetos,
vaccine.
Louisiana.
It's against my religion.
Well, she has the other vaccines. The other
Hail
vaccines-
Satan.
The other vaccines don't affect her reproductive system. That one.
I'd
does.
be like, let me send my God to you. Hail Satan.
Come on,
Satan,
Louisiana.
kill Satan, kill.
Aetos, I invited you. Jackie, I invited you.
Because I've been watching all the reports and stuff that come out on that. The good ones, the bad ones, you know, the junky
Just
ones.
send the devil. Send the devil. They like the devil. Everybody likes the devil. That's why they're living like the devil. So send them the devil. When they cry that Daredevil came and seen them in the middle of the night and made them all bloody.
Hey,
Oh, hey.
tell JT.
You're the one who likes demons. Well, actually, that's not God's name. It's actual Hebrew. It's God's name in Hebrew. That's all it is. There's a big difference. They spoke 2 languages back then, and Hindu was actually older. Way back when they spoke Jewish. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna start.
But the Hindu was the first one that was before the Jewish religion. The Hindus was a very, very old English, and not too many people speak it. Over there in that country, they don't even speak it anymore.
Nope. Four. That's gonna go by quick. 4 rounds, 7 attempts, so that's
But
100,000.
that's the whole thing, is no one really knows God's name except God.
Yep. Where are you up, Louisiana?
They said that if you were to take the words of God and reverse them and say it in reverse, that creation would uncreate. And that's exactly what the devil tries to do. He tries to uncreate everything that God created. And that's the whole thing. Because the devil used to work for God. He was his number one.
Yeah, he's a fallen angel.
He was the number one angel. He was the archangel. There were 3 archangels. You got Gabriel, Michael, and Lucifer. And Lucifer had the power over music. A lot more. He was more of a musical type of angel. Well, the way that angels work is angels do not have free will, but an archangel does. So when God told Michael to kick Lucifer out of heaven, it was his choice. He asked Michael to kick him out, and of course Michael's like, all right, I'll do it. And Michael kicked him out because he's stronger than Satan. So it just tells you that even some of his archangels are stronger than Satan. Even Gabriel's stronger than Satan. But Satan has abilities that he uses against people, and he'll charm them. That's why he went to Eve. And you know, people sit there and tell me that homosexuality is not in the Bible and that God's not against it. Bullshit. I can give you tons of verses. In fact, I posted one so that people would shut the fuck up about it. Because I'll tell you what, it goes against nature. God didn't create Adam and Steve or Eve and Beeve. You know what I mean? You're not born gay. That's something that you perverted in your mind and became that way because either someone convinced you that you're gay. But you know what? Sorry. When you see other animals that are of the same sex and they're humping each other, that has nothing to do with sex. That's a dominant thing. In fact, animals do not feel what humans feel, you know. Humans feel passion and feelings and everything else. Animals don't see it that way. In fact, animals don't even have pain during childbirth. That's why when you see dogs have puppies, they just shit them out like nothing. But Well, any of the archangels could have, because they have free will, just like you and I have free will. But the thing is, here's the catcher. This is what pissed off Satan. Okay, when Jesus sent his only begotten Son to clean up the little mess that Satan did, it basically pissed him off more, because God actually puts you in a position that's higher than the angels. Okay, he didn't send Jesus to go die for Satan. In fact,
Fucking asshole.
In fact, hell was created very easy for God. It's the only dimension where he does not exist in, so it became hell. It was easy for him to create hell. And Jesus being
You're the one that hit me.
being the Son of God, which he is God, walked into hell and stayed in there for 3 days. So if you believe that Jesus was God and that he died on the cross and went to hell for 3 days and rose again on Sunday, because technically he was dead for 4 days, but a whole total of 3 whole days he was in hell. And just a minute in hell is like an eon, okay? So for God to go into hell and grab the keys of death, the second death, for you and I, because we'll die a physical death unless Jesus comes back before, which they call it the rapture, but in the Bible it's called the falling away. The exact words are called the falling away, which means that the only time that you'll have a universal church where all the members are present. That means, you know, right. 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 It's only because okay, but God didn't do those things to him. If you actually read the book of Job, it said God allowed Satan to do what he did. Okay? He allowed him. But the whole thing is it's Satan always initiating the stuff better, because do you know where sin originated? No, God does not create evil. God does not. No, it doesn't. God never created evil. You can read it to me, but I guarantee you God did not create evil.
I'm leaving you guys to your discussion. Good night.
Okay, what verse is that? Because you have to understand that evil is created by free will, okay? And God gives everyone free will. So everyone has the power to create
Because I was
evil.
running out of juice.
Okay? But God himself does not do evil to other people. Even Satan himself, he hasn't done evil to him. Not until he casts them in hell for about 1,000 years. And then he'll loosen them again. But he's only making one point, is that there's only one thing on God that's not unlimited, okay? And this is a thing that a lot of people get confused on. They think God has unlimited love. He has unlimited everything else except one thing, his patience. And when his patience is actually reached, that's when it'll be the end. Because his anger, it's anger, you know what I mean? Everybody has a pushing point, and that's where it's going at. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? There's like a balance with everything. You know, evil is not something that you can put a tag on, okay? Evil is a type of behavior that you decide to do that is not of nature. You know what I mean? So for evil to exist in the way that you're thinking, when you see something happening, it's not evil.
Asshole.
It's how you use it that makes it evil. See what I'm saying?
Twice.
And that's what people get confused about. That they think that evil is something that like there's an evil fucking creature lurking, you know, or he's fucking evil. Okay, what do you mean he's fucking evil? You mean some of the things he does is evil? You know, it's a behavior. It's a chosen behavior that you decide to do against another that is against their will. You know what I mean? That is not of the norm. You know, okay, murder is evil. Okay, stealing from someone is evil. You know, and the only one that could actually follow the Ten Commandments to the perfect hilt is Jesus Christ himself. So
goddamn Louisiana.
So that's why the Ten Commandments were placed.
Get the program, man.
Were placed, and
You're gonna have to start going first.
Moses had to chastise his people, because if you look at Jesus and the Ten Commandments, Jesus is the only one that can follow every single one of them. But no. Unless they go through the Son. But before that, how did they get to heaven? Do you see what I'm saying? Because Jesus died for the past, present, and future. Because there's one thing that you and I have that they didn't have back in Moses' day and before Jesus was born. And that's the Holy Spirit. That's that Holy Ghost that you feel. That's like when someone accepts the Lord, it's a feeling they get. And sometimes they don't get a feeling, they just accept it. You know, and sometimes... What's that? What is that? Okay, Isaiah chapter 7 verse what? And sometimes if you're reading stuff, you know, if you take it out of context, you'll get the wrong meaning. Okay. Okay. Here it is. I form the light, I create the darkness, I make the peace, and create evil. I am the Lord that do all these things. Okay? It means create evil. There's a big difference with that. He created evil so that you knew good from evil. Okay? Because when Adam and Eve sat in the garden, they didn't know evil. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know evil until their eyes were open on the tree that he told them not to eat on. And so they were fine until Satan came up, because sin didn't originate on earth. It didn't originate anywhere where you think it originated. Okay, before Adam and Eve were even thought of or created, guess where sin originated? In heaven. And it originated in Satan's mind when he thought he was better than God. So that's why you have the story of Job, because from day one, Satan has always thought himself as being better than God, and he always wants to overthrow God. But the only reason hell was made is not for the people or for the sinners. Hell only had one person and one entity going there, and that was Satan himself. But if you want to follow his teachings and go there, well, you're more than welcome. But just like any other follower in the world, if you want to go and jump on the band with Charles, whatever the hell his name was, that went and murdered all of them, Sharon
Charles
Tate,
Manson.
Charles Manson, or some other leader or some other alien guy that goes and says, okay, we're gonna cut off all our nuts and we're gonna commit suicide. Now, okay, just because everybody's committing suicide and jumping off a building, does that mean you have to too?
You have to block shit.
Because that's the whole point of the Bible, is that God wants you to question it, because that's part of your free will. You see what I'm saying? And here's the deal, okay? There is no religion on earth that even, there are some that come close, but there's only one religion, and God doesn't want you to believe in a religion, because religions are of man and they're man-made. What he wants you to understand is the Spirit of God, and where it all comes through is through the Son. And that when you become a Christian and you become saved, you're no longer, you actually become alive, okay? Because from day one, you're dead, okay? You're born with a soul, which is your feelings, and a body, okay? A physical body. You're born with a soul and a body, that's it. You do not have a spirit when you are born into this world. Okay, you have no spirit. No one, you see a baby be born, that baby does not have a spirit until it actually can confess with its tongue and its mind and realize. That's why babies, they don't go to a hell or anything, because they're brought directly into heaven, because they haven't reached the age of reason. That's why there'll be babies in heaven. That's why on earth, from the time that you are of reason and deny God all your life, to actually go to hell. But if you once believed in Jesus and accepted God, up to a man. But you and I are conversing, and maybe somebody's listening that doesn't really believe in God, and maybe they're going to question it later, and maybe they'll pick up a Bible and maybe read it. But the whole thing is we don't know. You just, you have to keep on going. Well, yeah, he does. The whole thing is those people may have been animals. Do you see what I'm saying? Well, that's just like anything. Animals have a soul. I mean, they have feelings. Okay. I mean, you can train an animal; they're just not as smart. It's just like a dumb caveman in a way, because they can't really talk. True, but we right. Well, when I do remember when I was a kid, probably younger than 4 years old, and I remember back then when I used to look up at the sky, and I used to think of the sun as being like God, because in a way, he's always looking for you. And when actually started learning and reading about stuff after I got older, that made sense to me that he was already seeking me before I was seeking him. Because I didn't really truly accept Jesus until I was 18, where I, voiced it with my tongue and in my mind. Right. But see, that was before I even knew that I even knew God. I mean, I was just a little kid with losing my teeth and losing my front teeth. I mean, I remember 6 years old and even 5 years old. But see, I was in the age of reason. They believe that somewhere between 2 and 4 is when you start to realize who you are, and you realize that there's something bigger than you are. And that's the whole point of Christianity is realizing that there's more than just you and everybody around, and that there's actual plan. That this stuff, we have accumulated knowledge, but you also have to remember that the Egyptians and the Mayans and everybody else, they had even more technical stuff than what we have. Atlantis, they had computers, and they had stainless steel in the bottom of the ocean where Atlantis was. Stainless steel, okay? It takes with holes burnt in it that were not made with drills. So they had the capability of lasers. They've done archaeology where they've seen a Timex watch buried in the middle of a tomb that was sealed for thousands of years. So it just tells you that, we may have discovered time travel and gone back. You don't know. But I really do believe that time travel has happened. Because I know for a fact, because I'm older, okay? I'm 48 years old, okay? And when I watch Moonraker, okay, it's a James Bond movie from 1979, okay? And there was a part in there at the end where Jaws and the blonde smiled at each other, okay? And Jaws has the metal teeth. Well, that blonde hair with the glasses and the pigtails, I'm telling you, she had braces. And that's why they connected at the end. And in that movie was a James Bond movie. And if you go back and you watch that movie on any tape that's even old, she doesn't have braces. That's a residue time. Somebody went back and said, hey, honey, I guess you're not going to have braces. So it's a Mandela. That's exactly what it is. Because I know for a fact that I remember watching that. I also know that Mandela died in 1991. And that, the stuff about the Bane-Stein bears, it was never the Bane-Stein. It was the Ben Stein bears. Yeah, it's not it's the Berenstein. It's Steen. Exactly. And the thing is, when I was growing up, okay, and this is a main thing because I took nurse's aid when I was in high school, and I took 2 years of electronics and all kinds of other stuff, and we never had a floating rib. Okay, now all of a sudden our rib cages are changed, our skeletal system is changed. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody went back and redesigned us because I believe what happened in 2012, we blew ourselves up. We literally blew ourselves up. And somebody was able to take the supercomputer and reamp us and get us back and stop us from blowing ourselves up. Because there's no such thing as... Oh yeah, there is. Oh yeah. Because the whole thing is, when you look back in the Bible, okay, and you go back 2,000 years, okay, how you perceive how God comes back 2,000 years ago from a book, written words that have been sitting there for eons and thousands of years when it was written. The thing is that's metaphorical, okay? And the things that's happening already is that I believe that the heaven and new earth is already being placed here. It's just being done slowly behind our eyes, and we don't see it. That's why it's important that you learn those words and trust in God that He's doing this. That it's a little more than what you think there in those words, but buried in there's a code. And there's a code in the existence of everything in the Matrix. This was not something that just exploded in space. Okay? And if you really look at it, and you really look at how they think and how the government wants you to think that the world is round, and that it's a little fucking planet in the middle of nowhere. No, the motherfucking world, the world is flat. The world's flat. Okay? Yeah. See, you're on the right path, because the Yep. It's all water up there. That's how the earth was flooded. And Hillary, I'm surprised Trump hasn't done anything with that yet, but he's the one that kept us from going into hell in a handbasket. For real. Yeah. But see, they still choose their presidents and everything, but the whole thing is, Trump's not all in it. He's not all in it. Yeah. Well, they also said that he was going to be killed on 7/7, and that didn't happen either. Yeah, I just love how these people just sit here and try to say that the world's going to end here and there and that. But according to what the Bible says, no man will know. No man. You know, we could all be sitting here, and the next thing you know, we'll be sitting in eternity, and you won't be using your mouth to talk to me. You'll be using your mind. Right. But my whole point is that you have no idea what heaven's like, man. You have no idea. I mean, it's like walking on the planet Krypton or something, and then coming to Earth. You know. Well, you know who Nikola Tesla is, right? Okay. Yeah, well, basically he just died of old age. He was very old, you know. He was in his 90s when he died. But the thing is, they didn't kill him. He just died of old age, but he died broke because of the oil companies and the big guys that wanted to push the oil and the coal and all that stuff. Because they didn't want all this free energy stuff, because they knew Tesla had it. But the government, he wasn't killed. He died of old age. If you go back and you read Tesla, I have all his stories. I even have the movies. If you go back and you read the books, Tesla was never murdered. He was never murdered. He died of old age. He was like in his ripe old 90s when he died. He was practically 98 years old when he died. He died an old man. He wasn't murdered.
There y'all some money. There you some money, fam.
You ever hear that concept about these monkeys that were on an island, and they learned how to get a certain fruit off of by doing a certain action, and the monkeys learned it.
Yep.
On how to cut something open, and next thing you know, other monkeys on other islands were learning the same thing. Do you know what that's called? Because each life form has a grid on that aspect.
That's what up.
It's a frequency for each species on Earth. It's called collective. I'm giving you a hint. That's one word in it. I'm going to give you that word. Yeah, well, this has nothing to do with documentaries. This has to do with what scientists found out with just monkeys and certain species on Earth. And even humans do it. That's why we can't keep any secrets, because other countries already adapt them too. Because it's a collective awareness. It's a collective mind, okay? What you think up. No, they don't read your mind. It means that you're. See, what everybody wants you to believe is that everybody's controlling everybody, or whatever, or the elite or people with money are controlling everything. Actually, they can't control a goddamn thing. That's why they're so. That's why they're so fucking mad.
5.
You know, the only control they have is over stupid people that are asleep. That's the only power they have.
I mean, what should I do? Pre-order the new Call of Duty or spend a little bit of money on GTA 5?
But like the survival of the, how's that go? With Mutual Omaha, how does that go? Survival of the fittest, and the weakest do what? They die. Well, that's the same thing with any species, human. Okay, if you use your mind and you teach your offspring how to do things, they won't be the weak. They'll be the predator on the field. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with anybody with money or the elite. Because Rockefeller, he's dead now. He lived till he was about maybe what, 101, 102? But he also had
105.
Yeah, whichever it was. But he's dead now. And he had, I think, 20 or 30 heart transplants. Now, after about 3 or 4, they stop you. But he had money.
So, should I spend money on GTA 5 or Call of Duty?
GTA 5.
So I was going to pre-order the new Call of Duty.
What do you mean? What's on Call of Duty?
World War II.
A new Call of Duty?
Yep.
A whole new game?
A whole new game, World War II. Boots on ground. Nope, they're doing away with the wall running shit. $99 for the pre-order, but I'm trying to get all this stuff for pre-order. That way I can have all the extra game content.
So anyway, who was I talking to that seems pretty burst on knowledge there? I don't even know. Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't realize I'm glad that there's young guys that actually think about things and question things, because that's what you should be doing. Always question authority. Me, I'm just like waiting for research to complete. Let's see if it actually completed. I only got like 6 or 7 in mine. Well, this one here, there's not a level anyone over 135 except me. Let me see. Yeah, no, the highest level is 191. Wow. And his name is Monster Freak. But they seem like they're just they look like they're just all sitting in there doing nothing. There's only
now,
me.
What do I want to
There's
do?
only me and one other guy in here doing the CEO. God, this research is taking forever.
I am. Holy shit! I got buku amount of money now. just without even. Ever since I bought those 2 cards, yeah, I'm sitting on a buku amount of money because I was already sitting on a lot of money anyways.
I'm gonna assign my whole staff to research because I want that research done. There we go. Staff assigned to research. Yeah. Because
Oh, I'm loving this. It's
I want my
right here.
I want my Karen technical custom to be totally upgraded. That thing's pretty sweet though. It's got a nice little RAM bar in the front.
And I'm gonna upgrade my research too. That's 1.1 mil.
You never did take a look at this thing, did you?
No, not yet. I'm down here by my bunker. I'm gonna go in here and upgrade this real quick. Where my research and manufacturing can go a lot faster. Skirt! Stop. Thank you.
Sweet. About time.
And then I'm just gonna start saving money after I do this. I ain't buying nothing else.
Yeah, I just got the heavy chassis armor. Boy, it helps when you.
So how do you get your anti-aircraft thing into your mobile operating command center?
You don't.
Well, how do you upgrade it and shit, like the camos and stuff?
Inside your bunker.
So you just let it sit in there and you can't put it in the command center to upgrade it then?
No. No, because in your bunker there's a spot in there for upgrading the mobile center and the anti-craft trailer.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So now the only thing I got left to unlock I should only have 2 things to unlock now. Research. View unlocks. Yep, I only got 2 things left to unlock. So now I gotta take this thing in here and upgrade it. Or my mobile.
See, I don't know what to get now. The oppressor, the anti-aircraft trailer.
got some ideas for this one here.
Haha.
So can you put both the insurgents in your garage, or is it just one of them?
You can have as many insurgents as you want.
Well, I'm talking about, can you put the one with the 50 cal on it in your garage, or is that just one of the Pegasus?
I don't know what you're asking.
It's a simple question. I was just asking if you can put it in your garage.
Put what
Or
in
if
your
you have to call
garage?
No, the insurgent pickup with the gun on it. Can you put that in your garage? You gotta. All right. So the other insurgent you can put in your garage. All right. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything right now.
Oh yeah, I just got the heavy chassis on here. Wow, this thing's way more armored now.
What's up?
It's armor plating, heavy chassis armor, brakes, upgrade grill. The only thing I didn't upgrade is the grill. That's gotta be. I'm still researching that right now. Ooh, yeah. Ho, ho, ho. Wait till you see the gun on here that I got. I got the 7.62 millimeter minigun on the back of this thing now. It's no longer a machine gun. Oh God, look at that thing. Ho ho ho.
Destroy the prison bus. God damn it, I hate this shit. Fucking automatically put me in my fucking bunker, you piece of shit. That's alright, my next check I'll just buy fucking the new Call of Duty. Because the beta comes out the 24th of next month.
You still play that Infinity Wars?
Infinity Warfare? No. Well, I do and I don't. I do the game battles for CWL on there, and that's it. And if everybody doesn't know what CWL is, it's Call of Duty World Leagues.
Yeah, that game just came with my PlayStation. Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh, the Black Ops 3 did?
Yeah.
You got the Black Ops 3 version?
Yeah, and my PlayStation has the older one. PS4 with terabyte. Well, both of them are a terabyte. But now
I'm upgrading mine to a 2 terabyte. Fuck this little 500 megabyte bullshit.
Well, actually, with the new update, since about 3 or 4 updates before, if you use a flash drive or a actual external drive, you can increase your space. I have a 2 terabyte gig stick from China. It's 2 terabytes on a little gig stick, on those little flash drive things that you plug in.
The USB flash drives, yeah, I got 20 of them hooked up to my PS3 or my PS4.
The thumb drive I have is a 3.0, and it's 2 terabytes of space on there.
Well, I just bought this external hard drive thing from China. It's a 2 terabyte. It sits on top of the PlayStation 4, and plus I'm sitting on 20 of the terabyte USB flash drive.
Dude, this thing's half the size of my thumb, and it's 2 terabytes. It's just as good, even better than a hard drive.
Yeah, they're not cheap, Louisiana. They're pretty expensive.
But they're cheaper to buy them in China, and that's where I bought mine.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to wait 4 to 6 weeks for it to get here, that's how long it takes. And then it's got to go through U.S. Customs. I've had lasers taken away from me that were within the 1 watt that they allow. It was like not even a half of a watt, and they still took it.
Yeah.
Those guys are assholes. They don't even follow their own rules. They see something they like. They take it. It doesn't even get recorded that it got destroyed or anything. And
should I do a vehicle? Should I do a vehicle cargo, or should I do like stuff get shit from my MC?
And you know how the government decided how to open your mail, your international mail? It's all because of what? Come on. Somebody say it.
What now?
Why can they open your international mail?
Because it's coming from another country.
No.
It's the international laws.
No, it's not.
Country
before the year 2000, they did not open your mail. It was in 2001 when they blew up the World Trade Towers and institutionalized the Patriot Act, which is against the Constitution. That's when they are able to open your international mail. They can't open your U.S. mail that's coming from any U.S. State. They cannot even touch that or open it. But if it's coming from an international place and they don't like the markings on it, or if it's not marked correctly, they'll open it. And you'll get a yellow sticker on there saying, "Oh, it's been opened by customs." And half the time they steal the stuff in there. I've got I don't know how many people, and the one person supervisor calls me back and he goes, or she goes, "What are you trying to make, a lie detector?" And I said, "Maybe." Because they said all the components that you have here, you could make a lie. You could actually make a lie detector with it. And I said, "Well, maybe I am making a lie detector. What business is it of yours? I make whatever I want."
Right. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
I told her, I said, I am the lie detector. And when I spoke to that other officer, the so-called officer, he was lying to me.
Guess what, Louisiana? I'm getting me a fucking Nissan Skyline.
You know what? Ever since they took those lasers, nothing that I've ordered from customs, or nothing I've ordered from other countries, has gone through customs since then. It comes straight to my house now. Nobody opens my mail anymore. Ever since I gave customs a run for their money, and I got all my money back from the company I ordered it from, because I told them that U.S. Customs stole it, which was pretty much what they did. So I got reimbursed, not for the things that they stole, but the whole thing. And I got to keep the stuff that actually came to me. And all they did was take 3 lasers out of there, and the rest I got like $200 of the stuff for free. Because the company The company refunded my whole money, all of my money.
See, the thing is, everything I've been buying from China right now, they haven't been searching it because it has never been open. No, nothing saying that they've been searching my stuff. So I go on the Wish app and I put this stuff.
Well, no,
there.
you'll know if customs opened up your mail because you'll get a yellow tag on there and it'll say from customs. And if they took anything, they'll tell you. And then they'll tell you, oh, you can try to contest it or whatever, but you may find yourself being arrested if you do that. I could show you the paperwork. I was gonna get
my shit, then yeah.
No, dude, if you try to fight them, they'll put you in jail for it. That's exactly what my attorney said. He said, don't even do anything. Just let them spend the whole 2 months where it's got to sit in a storage area. Because half the time, those things get raided by people. You'd be amazed what's sitting in storage units from other countries. And it's all because of that Patriot Act. And they say to destroy them. No, they don't. That officer takes it home with him when if he likes it. Because there's supposed to be 2 officers opening a package. I found out that officer opened those packages and they had no record of where those lasers went. And dude, these were really good lasers. I mean, these were lasers that are more powerful than the ones they put on sniper weapons. I mean, they were to the point where if you kept it on an object too long, it would start burning. That's how powerful they were. And then I found out you could actually buy even more powerful ones here in the United States. So I was like, fuck it. But I do have the most powerful Wi-Fi system in the world. Because my antenna is they only make them in the U.S. They don't make them anywhere else. But it's got to be 18 inches away from any flesh because of the electromagnetic pulse it puts out. It's that strong an analog signal that you can't be around it. And all it is a circle disc, and I got it up in the corner. But I'll tell you what, I go outside, and that motherfucking Wi-Fi is like, everybody's like, holy fucking Wi-Fi. I'm like, yeah, why do you think I fucking password protect it? I'd have the whole fucking 2 city blocks on the fucking Wi-Fi. I'd be going, wow, I got what, 2 or 3 bandwidth? What the hell's going on here? But this router can handle over 3 million parts. 3 million operations. The actual router has RAM in it. I can pull up the router and it shows you how much RAM is being used. How many fucking routers do you know that are using RAM? The router is separate from the antenna. The antenna uses a 5 Ethernet cord, which runs the power and everything to it. So there's no plugging in the antenna. The antenna runs right off a power cord. But I'll tell you what, when I upgrade this router, it'll be even faster because the guy that I got it from, he's the one that provided internet out in Iraq in the middle of the desert. They're talking and on Facebook, playing PlayStation and everything in the middle of the fucking desert. And my buddy, Dave Johnson in town, he was in charge of all that. Everybody would come to his tent to talk to their family and be on the internet. I mean, the Iraqis didn't know how to use their equipment, so he fixed it for them, and he made it work. So they turned around and gave him free internet wherever he was. Plus, he pimped up their internet and made it faster. Guy's got a degree in networking. I mean, he had to send me the specs to learn how to actually set up my router. It's not a conventional router that you can just hook up. The antenna and the router are completely different. You almost got to have a degree in networking to actually set it up. I mean, if you get one of the guys that it's from the company it's from, You know, they might be able to remotely set it up for you, but then you got to know how to do that too. How to set up a remote connection where they can come in and do all that. But then but you know, I never did that. I just did it myself. But this thing has more most routers. Okay, most routers you buy from the store, they're Class C routers. You know, they're any router you buy online, any router you buy at Walmart, it's all a Class C, which you know, if you look at your IP address, it says 192. It usually starts 192 or 168. Now that's a Class C router. Now with my router, it does many things. It's a Class A, a Class B, and a Class C, and a Class D. It can be set up on any of those. But if you set it up as a Class A, you only get about maybe a handful of IP addresses for your devices. So I set my device up as a Class B. And I made a specific internet IP address. So instead of having 168 or 192, which is all Class C, mine's a 172. And the numbers after that, I can choose how many numbers I want and how I want the router set up. So each device that pops up on there, I can actually go in there and I can actually see who was on Facebook, what they were doing, how much bandwidth they were using. Like when my girlfriend's kids were over here, I showed them how long they were on Facebook. I showed them how many hours they played on YouTube and what YouTube channels they were on. That's how specific this router really is. It'll even tell you who's actually trying to get on your internet. If they don't even know the password, it shows who's pinging on your signal. And the cool thing is I can I'm trying to use the word that they use, that my buddy used. Like, let's say your neighbors all have like their router set on channel 6 or channel 1, or they have it, most people just have it on auto, which is stupid because then their internet really sucks. But normally most routers you want to run it on channel 1 or channel 6 or channel 11, because those channels are pretty premium. They're premium, and you're going to get a really good Wi-Fi signal. It's not going to be all corrupted. So you want to make it a static channel so that your devices connect to it good. But I'll tell you what, I can overplow on all the neighbors. When I turn it on, I can jump up hit up that router, and I smoke it up. I mean, I turn that thing to max power, and it just plows over all the other internet signals. It probably pisses everybody off because the first thing they see at the top is mine. I used to have it saying, what the fuck did I use? Fuck. I had a really good internet name. CIA Surveillance Tower. That's what I had. CIA Surveillance Tower. I used to have some really good ones. I used to have Hogwarts. People had me coming over to their house and changing and fixing their routers and pimping them out. You wouldn't believe it. A lot of people, they go and they buy these routers, they don't even know how to set them up. And most of them are all already preset. So they're not set to automatically update. The first thing I do is I go in there to make sure that they're set to automatically update on their own. Like my router system, the firmware, I have to go in here every once in a while and look at the firmware and see if it upgraded. I mean, this thing's like totally awesome. But maybe one day I'll upgrade the router. The antenna is like state of the art. But the damn antennas cost $150. Just the antenna alone. But I'll tell you what, you put a couple of these antennas in a hospital and you'll be able to run the whole hospital instead of having like 20 of them. Because most hospitals, they spend so much money on these guys coming in and they rake them for money. I should have told my buddy, I said that you need to scamp on a few places and make a little bit of money. And you'd be saving them tons of money. Like with my router, I can actually run 2 internet connections. I can run 2 WANs. Have 2 WANs set up. And one's Charter, and I can take the other one and make it AT&T. So if Charter's running at like 60 or 80 meg, and AT&T is running at about 20 or 30, I can add both those together, and my internet would no longer be 60 or 80, but it would be over 100. I've had my internet running at 131 meg because of this router. It takes the two WANs and works them together and increases your internet. So you can actually have 2 providers. So like if one goes out, the other one's still on. I have a lifetime Plex server. And if someone, like you guys all have PlayStations, if I invited you to my my Plex, you'd be able to watch over 50 terabytes of movies that I have running on a server. Over 50 terabytes. I think there's close to 60 right now. That's like free Netflix, dude. I mean, I got movies that Netflix doesn't even have. But this is the kind of stuff me and my buddies do. I mean, we provide all this free stuff to people that only can afford an internet connection. They can't afford Netflix and going to movies. So, like, we go on the Family Video and download the video. As soon as the video comes out, we'll put it out there. I mean, we already got most of the movies on there. You know, Triple X is already on there. The new Triple X movie. And, all the other movies that just came out on DVD. Just go on to Family Video and we take it, put it on a computer, download it, boom, it's on the server. Like my one buddy, he doesn't even have a Plex server, but you can run a Plex server for free for a certain amount of days. Or you could just log in under mine. But it's like having Netflix. So yeah, if you guys ever seen the Plex server popping up on here, that's what that is. Ooh, somebody's got a bounty on here. I don't think I'm in you guys' world. No, I'm not. Or wait, no, I'm in Country's world. I don't know how I ended up there. I must have went idle and just ended up here. I hear cops and stuff on you guys' mics. Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to like pop out and take a look. Well, no, I'm not. I don't attack my people when they're working. I'm just running around in my bunker seeing how much shit I got. I'm like, fuck, I get lost in here. I forget where the doors are. There's so much shit stacked up in here. Oh, I just realized I have 3 outhouses in my fucking bunker. That I never realized I had. Oh wait, shit. I got a few lockers too. I got like 5, 6 lockers.
Hey, Country.
What's up?
I'm gonna go talk with another friend, okay?
Alright, you're good.
Alright. Yeah, bye.
Later. I don't know. Just got me this Nissan Skyline, baby. Yep, looks exactly off the Fast and Furious.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
Oh, this motherfucker handles good. Yeah. Louisiana, you're gonna have to come check the car out, bro.
It's on the way. Okay, I got stuff to do.
Oh, you're not even in here. No, you're not. Aetos is still in my. Aetos is in my lobby. Now I gotta find it. I gotta find an elegy now. I want an elegy, even though. Hell yeah. I bought me another elegy, or got it for free, but I'm gonna keep an elegy, and then I got me the Skyline, so I can have both cars. Oh shit, Aetos.
Yeah.
Ghostly's on. I'm gonna send. Alright, it's a Sea Dog. Good night, buddy.
Yeah, he just rolled me and said I. I hate communicating on the phone.
Right.
Wow, somebody's really munching down. Holy fuck.
What's up, Ghostly? Hey, I'm gonna send you a garage invite. Check this out, bro.
Well, you guys are all frickin' eating. I'm gonna go grab some food. Yeah, sitting there. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, how old are you? That's why. Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy it, because when you're 41, it ain't gonna happen no more. Yeah, you will.
Well, I won't, because it runs in my family. We all stay skinny. It don't matter how much we eat.
Yeah, but how old are you, country?
30.
Oh yeah, you look like you're 50 though, and I know that's just.
Nah.
I know it's
Not
because
even.
you look. You see, I always thought you were in your 40s because you smoke, and that's why. That's why you look older, because you smoke.
I drink.
And when people look at me, they go, "There's no way you're as old as you are," and I'm like, "Yeah, I am," and I show them my license.
Well, everybody at work thought I was younger than 30, and I was like, bullshit. I am not younger than 30 years old. They're like, oh, well, we don't think you're 30 years old, so I had to pull out my driver's license.
When I first seen you on Facebook, I was like, he looks 42. For real.
Shit.
I'm not kidding you. I mean, it's just because of your stress and your cigarettes. Trust me. Even since my girlfriend stopped smoking for like 2 months now, even she looks younger. I'm not shitting you, man. That stuff.
I've always looked older.
The only reason that they have alcohol and cigarettes and drugs is so that it's a form of population control. It is. Because they're making money on it.
Smoking cigarettes.
Even
even
the illegal stuff. Well, you're smoking more than rat poison.
Well, I know that.
Okay.
I looked up all the ingredients on.
All right. What happens? What happens within the first 30 seconds of a puff off a cigarette?
Lose light. Not short of breath. It just takes part of your life away.
No.
It shortens your life.
It doesn't shorten your life. I mean, your life could end at any day.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Okay. Well, no, it's not paint thinner. The first 30 seconds, over 101 chemicals are introduced into your bloodstream that do not exist in your whole body. 101 within 30 seconds. The first 30 seconds. That's why people get that rush, because those are those chemicals surging through your bloodstream.
Yeah, the shit that they use in cigarettes is also in methamphetamines as well, too.
But see, what people don't understand, it's not in the cigarettes. It's the combustion that happens when the tobacco is burned. and you
Yeah,
smoke
that's the reason why it produces the carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide ain't in the cigarette, it's when you light it.
Okay, well, I never heard of carbon monoxide being in a cigarette, but I can guarantee you there's no carbon monoxide in a cigarette, because they couldn't sell it to you.
Yeah, yes they can. The doctors even said there's carbon monoxide that's produced off of cigarettes.
Produced, but it's not in the cigarette. The chemicals that are inside of a cigarette are not in the cigarette. It's in the action of burning the cigarette. I can burn. Right. There's no carbon monoxide in plastic, but if you burn it, you'll get carbon monoxide. And plus you'll get a bunch of other things too.
Hey, don't kick oh, never mind. Smacks and Ghosty is part of us, so we're good. We're good.
Okay.
But I think I'm gonna probably get off here because I'm
gonna list you know, the main chemicals that are in a cigarette. Okay? You got acetone, which is found in nail polish removal. Okay? You got acetic acid, an ingredient in hair dye. You have ammonia. You have arsenic. You have benzene, which is found in rubber cement. And the butane is used in the lighter fluid that you use to ignite the cigarette. That's where the butane comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's an ingredient. It's an ingredient that's in hair dye, and people dye their hair all the time. And here's the other thing. Do you know what's the stuff they use that they when they display a dead person? What kind of fluid do they put in them? That's in cigarettes too. There's lead. There's lead in there that they use for batteries. And there's the worst chemical that's in there right now in a cigarette that you inhale. It's called hexamine. Now, what's hexamine? Hexamine is what's found in barbecue fluid. When you know that lighter fluid you get for barbecuing. You know, you reach out and you grab that stuff and it's got that smell. Well, that's in there too. Of course. And here's another one. There's also an ingredient for mothballs in there. Of course, there's tar in there for a material for paving roads. And there's also a paint chemical called turline.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So when are they supposed to?
The thing is that you know that's different. Cigarettes are actually worse than that. They're way worse. You know,
So when are they supposed to release the money that you purchased the shark cards and shit? When 24 hours?
Here's the whole deal of what's actually in a cigarette. There are approximately 600 ingredients in cigarettes. When burned, they create more than 7,000 chemicals. And at least 69 of the chemicals have been known to cause cancer and are poisonous. Yeah. Well, they put that fluoride in a lot of them, but some cities don't even put fluoride in. And those are the ones run. No. No, there's one city that's about 50 miles from here. Actually, no, it's only 30 miles from here. They have nothing but artesian well water in that whole city. They don't put any fluoride in their water at all. It comes straight out of the ground. Now, see, in my areas, they can do that. The water treatments here make the water treatments where you guys all are look like fucking hell. I mean, you'd be amazed the water treatment plants that they have here in my area. They're like grade A compared to everybody else. And I think it's all because we're living up here in the UP. Because the water, the air, and everything is so much cleaner. I guarantee if any of you city guys came up here, you'd want to live here because it's not too humid. It's not super hot like in Louisiana. I live in Upper Michigan. Right. Well, you can carry a pistol on you here in Michigan. All you need is a permit. The cops wear it. In fact, it's easier to wear a gun on your side in Michigan than it is to get a concealed weapons permit. In fact,
don't even need that in Kansas.
In Michigan, here. Well, yeah, you can do that here in Michigan too, open carry. But here, no, as long as your gun's not loaded. I mean, the cops will come up and check it, but
Yep.
Yeah, okay. As long as you're not walking by a school or a church or whatever that is, but in Michigan they're trying to get it so that you can carry a gun anywhere. And yeah. Well, see, the guy that I voted for, who's a representative up here in this area, he's actually pushing downstate to get that to become law, to where you can carry a gun in church, you can carry a gun anywhere, because criminals.
School, courthouses.
Yep. And so that'll be a thing of the past in Michigan. Wisconsin followed suit finally and started giving concealed weapons permits, because in Wisconsin, over about 2 or 3 years ago, in Wisconsin you couldn't have a concealed weapons permit because they had anti-gun laws in Wisconsin, like really bad. And the thing is criminals aren't going to be like in Milwaukee and stuff. They ain't going to be concerned with those laws. They're going to steal a gun and they're going to kill you with it. Yep. So when they institutionalized the concealed weapons permit in Wisconsin, crime dropped because people were fighting back when they could do it legally. You see, the laws in Wisconsin and the laws in Michigan are different. Okay, like in Michigan, if someone comes on your property and they're trying to kill you or whatever, you can't kill them on your property, but if they come on your porch and you're in your house, then you can kill them. But in Wisconsin's different. If they come on your property, anywhere on your property, even if they're outside your house, boom. I mean, I've seen people get killed right off their porch here in this area. Like, back in the early 90s, you hear, oh yeah, somebody got shot right off the porch because they came over and banging on the doors trying to get with their old fiance, and the dad comes out with a shotgun and blows them right off the porch. Get the fuck out of here. But see, in Michigan, you can't do that. If you kill them out there, you better drag them inside. I mean, hey, I'll tell you what. I don't know how many times I've gotten away with, hey, as long as I'm not standing over him and he's laying there fucking out. I mean, I've laid guys out and the cops show up and I said, well, he attacked me. As long as I'm not standing over him, when the cops get there, they haul him off. And they file all the charges on him. But he came to my house and fucking ran a knife through my fucking screen door, and I came out and just beat that shit out of him. The knife ended up in a tree somewhere. And his glasses he was wearing glasses. were embedded into his eye sockets. I hit him that fast, and the knife was stuck in the tree, up in the tree about fucking 15 feet, and it was like, ting! They had to get a ladder to get the knife out of the fucking tree. I did. I kicked the knife right out of his hand. I beat the fucking piss out of him with my bare hands. I stopped because I was going to kill him. You know? But he came at me with a knife. And I disabled him. That's what I mean. I like I told my girlfriend, I said I avoid fights because I know what I can do to somebody. I mean, I bust bricks and boards and everything with my hands. I'm a lethal weapon. I just don't like fighting because someone's gonna get hurt. And I don't see yeah, and that's the whole thing. There was like a basketball thing. It was like a Gus Macker in my area, and he wanted to come over and party. And you know, my cousin was sleeping, and he comes out and fucking throws him up against the wall. Next thing you know, he's coming at me with a knife. And the police are like, "Hey, do you want to press charges?" It was back before they pressed charges. Now they just press the charges right on you. But back then you had to press the charges. And I said, no, the beating was good enough. Because I don't think somebody should go to jail for 7 years. I mean, you get more years in prison for a felonious assault than you do a fucking murder. That's fucking fucked up. Yeah. There was a guy that killed a Navy SEAL here with a steak knife. There was a black guy here in town, and when he came back out of prison, he was in prison for 5 years, and now he's out. When he came back to the area, he had to move away because he had to pay for the guy. He had to pay restitution for the family, but he killed him with a steak knife. Got him right in the heart, and he was a Navy SEAL. He killed a Navy SEAL. He killed him. The guy was like a personal friend of mine. But, you know, he was one guy you really didn't mess with because this guy would take on probably about 50 guys. He'd take on the whole fucking bar. This is the way he was. I mean, back when I was married, I came up to a guy that was a biker in the bar, and the rest of all the bikers turned to him and said, "Why are you messing with that guy's woman? I mean, this guy looks like he could kill all of us. What are you, a fool?" I mean... Isn't it kind of muggy down there in Louisiana though? I mean, didn't they have like a really bad like hurricanes and shit down there a few years back? Because I remember we actually sent a bunch of people down there to give aid to everybody. But man, that place was just devastated. But see, the difference between Trump and all these other people, Trump would actually come and actually help these people in a disaster. And he wasn't even president yet. He was frickin' giving his own money to all these people that lost their homes. That's what I mean. And now you don't see any storms or anything else going on. You know why? Here's the one that's going to flip you out, and you probably are going to say, yeah, that's probably true. HARP? You ever hear of HARP?
Mm-hmm.
That's... Okay. You know whose technology that is, right? You know whose technology that is, right? HARP? That is a sound frequency that Tesla invented. And you can actually make a storm. Yeah, Tesla invented it. If it wasn't for Tesla, we would not have everything we have. Cell phones, PlayStations, electricity, all that. We wouldn't have alternating current. We'd still be using DC current, what Edison wanted us all using back in the 1800s, which we were. It was very dangerous, and now we're using everything that Tesla had. And without Tesla, we wouldn't be here. But see, he was born in an era. See, if he was born around this era, it'd be great. But Tesla's responsible for everything we have right now, including radio. And when they tell you that they have satellites and stuff up in space, no, they don't. They use the same technology they've been using for GPS since the 1940s, when the government would use things to locate people by using three position towers, and that's exactly how your cell phone GPSes you, and that's how dude, if there was a satellite in that high of altitude, the temperature would be between 3,000 and 5,000 degrees. You wouldn't see that shiny tin gold. It'd be molten. It'd be like melted. Because the higher you go up, yeah. Well, the higher you go up, the boiling temperature is lower. You could boil water at 50 degrees if you were at 20,000 feet in the air. You know, if you're 20,000, 30,000 feet in the air, the boiling point is about 50 or 60. It's about 100 degrees. So the higher you go up in elevation, buoyancy and everything changes. And there's the other thing. Gravity is illusion too, because you can never figure that out. Okay. All right. We got water. We got water here. And we got oil. Which one do you think is going to be rising at the top? Gravity is nothing but buoyancy of air and water and electromagnetism. And Tesla knew that too. He even told all the science people that gravity is an illusion. There's no such thing as gravity. That it has to do with electromagnetism and buoyancy. That air is thinner, and that's why you're at the bottom. Because you're a solid. You're not an air. You know what I mean? And if the earth was spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and you were on it, how is it that the air is moving at 1,000 miles an hour with you? Do you see what I'm saying? Right. That's what they want you to believe. And my brother's sucked in on all this, and he's a mechanical engineer. And he believes that gravity is real. I said, no, I'm telling you, it's not. You need to go back and read Tesla. You need to really study Tesla. You like Tesla so much, we go down and see all them Tesla coils and everything. You know. So, you know, he's not questioning that anymore. That's a long time. It's changed. It's changed a lot. Yeah, it's called an oppressor. Young one's actually pretty good at that thing. Oh, there's quite a few that do it now. Holy shit, there was someone in my bunker area, and now they disappeared. That was weird. Right. Well, you know, if you go to Rockstar on your computer, you can actually buy all that stuff right off of there instead of going on. Cool. I only got one more thing to unlock. Somebody died. Shit. Get out the door.
No.
These supplies are on the move. Bring down the transport before they fly out of state and you can salvage the hardware. We've allocated a technical aqua for your use.
Exactly. It's hypocritical. Hypocritical. Well, how you being nice when you're killing them? Because they are the law.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna see about getting that. I don't know if they're gonna bring it back or not.